Hey guys, Cole here. Today I'm just going to talk about just maintaining composure, I guess, or just ways you can deal or cope, with the constant head noise of the act of psychiatric withdrawal coming off these drugs. For myself, this last 3 years coming off this medication, my head has just been spinning. My head is always racing, 1,000 miles an hour. I've got thoughts swishing in and out, not so good ones as well. A lot of suicidal thoughts, a lot of obsessive thoughts just racing in my head. So much so that, for me, I don't know what is reality and what's not. What are my thoughts and what are the thoughts the drug is making? It's a very fine line, and the more I come off these drugs, the more I'm realizing, how hard it is, to do this process. But I've got to keep going. So today I'm just going to go through a few tips, which help me, things you can do just to create a bit of space, when your mind's going crazy, and just to have a little bit of calmness or a little bit of happiness in your world. So for me, I think it's very important just to remember breathing and just remember your breath. I know I might sound a little bit cuckoo, especially when you're having high anxiety, or you're dealing with akathisia, or you're having panic attacks or whatever. I've experienced all those myself, but I know the act of breathing, just breathing, it could just be 10 really deep breaths, is just let you know that you're still here. Your feet are still on the ground, and as hard as it is, or as crazy as things might be, you're still human and you're still here. So that's one of the things I've used during withdrawal so far over the past 3 years, going into severe protracted withdrawal where I almost ended up in hospital. Just utilizing the breath whenever I can, just to keep me here, and it's a very powerful tool you can use throughout the withdrawal process, just to calm your mind a little bit, and just to let you know that you're the boss. It's your body, and you're here, you're in control, and as crazy as things are, you're going to be okay. Another really effective tool that I've used so far that has kept me going, throughout this process, would be exercise. For me, it's a bit of a tough one, because I experience a lot of fatigue. I have extreme, severe fatigue throughout this withdrawal, but I also have a lot of built up energy and aggression from the drugs and my situation I'm in, and I want to punch things. I want to let out anger, so I don't want to go up to a person and do that. So I go to the gym and unleash on a punching bag. I let out all my frustration on a punching bag. It's a very healthy and effective tool to use, going through withdrawal. And I have workouts so tough that I'm actually, just dripping with sweat. But I feel, when I walk out of that gym, I feel better. The endorphins are rushing, and I feel better. So for me, it's a bit of a tough one, because I've got, chronic fatigue, severe fatigue. But then again, I loved, I have to release my energy. I've got to release the anger. I've got to release the irritability, on something. So it's a catch-22. So I'd recommend just doing whatever works for you. I can say once I've done a tough workout, it takes me 2 or 3 days to recover. But I feel so good exercising and getting that release. And if I didn't do that, then, who knows what would happen. I don't think I'd be able to keep going through my withdrawal journey if I didn't have some form of release through physical exercise. But yeah, some people, might find it useful just to do, light intensity yoga, walking, very gentle forms of exercise. These things just might suit you, to your body's content, and that might be fine for you. So, I'll let that be the judge of you. But exercise, is a great way to release toxins, to, get those endorphins going, to get you into your own little world, away from what's going on up here. That, tornado of thoughts and craziness. It's a good escape. Another tip that I've been using is being in nature. Just going out for walks. Not necessarily. There's also the exercise benefit. But just to be in nature's presence. Just to go and sit down next to a tree and just feel that connection. It's something about nature is very calming. Just a tree is so still. Just acknowledging wildlife, the birds, and things like that. Anything that can just take your mind away from the madness going on upstairs. Another one for me is I've taken up surfing. Not so much. The exercise as well is a great component, and taking myself out of that, away from my mind and focusing on catching, those waves, but also just the connection with the ocean, just being in nature, just being one, with the water, with the waves. It's a very therapeutic and very powerful tool you can also use during psychiatric drug withdrawal. The last thing for me, and probably one of the things I found most beneficial is listening to music. Again, just having that detachment away from your mind, playing, I recommend going on, iTunes or whatever, Apple Music, Spotify, and just making a list, of songs that, that you enjoy and uplift you, give you that positive energy, give you those positive vibes, that's what you're needing here, guys, during this process. So get a good playlist, and just, for me, most of the day I've got my music going, all day, just keeping me, just releasing those good endorphins, just releasing that dopamine, and just keeping me going, just above water, and just reminding me that I'm going to be okay. And music is a great tool, just to distract you, again, take you away from, all the head noise which is going on, and just to give you that distraction, just to keep you going and pushing forward. So yeah, guys, that's my my video today, just some little tips, strategies that I've implemented to help me during this withdrawal. And yeah, I hope you found it interesting. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. So if you like what you see and like the content, yeah, please hit the subscribe button below. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.